Hi Taurus, welcome back to my channel. We are doing your weekly messages for next week. So, I've already pulled the oracle cards and we'll get straight into it. We have Electric Eel Spirit, and this is saying bring your ideas to life. This is very similar to the Judgment card in Tarot. So it's like these epiphanies or ideas are just kind of flowing through to you right now. And you are going to see the truth of something, and then it's all of a sudden going to like hit you like, aha, that's what I need to do. We call them aha moments in most tarot readers do anyway. So that is coming up for you for next week. That something's going to happen there, and then you're just going to like be inspired to take action towards bringing that idea to life. It is a new start. It's definitely a change, but what this change is bringing is something like a realization to you to be able to take this new path and start working towards this new idea. Then we have the full moon in Capricorn, and it says the end of a tough cycle approaches. So this is usually about work, and it's saying, you know, are you willing to put in the hard work that it takes to get to where you want to be? But also a work situation could be like coming to a head. Like if you're thinking of making an exit in any form when it comes to your work or your business or something like that, then this could be a sign that it's time to leave. But if this is a personal situation, it also is saying that you might need to see the truth of a situation. And you also need to like stop being so hard-headed or like stubborn, like set in your ways when it comes to like the way things have to go or the way it has to get there. So you take what resonates for you there, Taurus. And to be fair, you are very, like, you're a fixed sign as well. So you're the same as Capricorn. So you are, not same as Capricorn, but you are a fixed sign. So you are kind of like, you know, this is the way and I don't really want to budge on that. And there's a reason for it, because you're like, I've tried this before and this is how it works, or I know that this could get me somewhere, but maybe it's about like letting go and trying something different. But then we also have Truth Be Told. And this is basically saying that there's definitely like the truth, like the absolute truth, right? And then there's some other truths that could be part of that connection, like maybe someone else's perceptions or your own perceptions or that type of thing. This is basically saying that you need to see the truth of a situation, let go of any sort of illusions surrounding something, but it's also about you needing to be able to speak your own truth and say what is on your mind and what is on your heart to someone else, and see if, you know, if that's something that can be met, like your needs can be met in some way, whether that's got to do with your work or whether that's got to do with a relationship, platonic or romantic, whatever it is. You just need to be able to speak your own truth right now of what's going on in your mind, in your heart right now. Then let's see for Taurus, what does the tarot have to say? Sorry, it's all very slippy. Okay. So what do we need to know for Taurus? What's coming in and what are the messages? So we have the Magician, which is Aries and Virgo energy. Could be Gemini as well, I think, because Mercury is involved in there. Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups, the Sun, Leo, Page of Cups, whoa, lots of cups, okay, 10 of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Now, I know you can't see that fully, but I will be lifting it up, so don't worry. And then the King of Swords and Chariot, Cancer energy. Also Taurus energy there, actually. Bottom of the deck, we have Death and Rebirth, Scorpio energy, Five of Wands, Knight of Cups, more Scorpio energy, Pisces. And if I am not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that this is Cancer energy as well. But we'll have a look. 1 second there. Sorry about that, Taurus. I just had a call coming in that I had to take. So, bottom of the deck, We have death and rebirth, which is Scorpio energy, like I just mentioned. And then the Knight of Cups, which is also Scorpio energy here. So lots of Scorpio going on. And Scorpio is about transformation, like deep transformation, change, that type of thing. Like nothing in Scorpio is surface level. So with the death card here, there's definitely an ending that's happening. But through this ending is that there is a huge transformation taking place, which is causing a rebirth. So the rebirth could be like, you know, the same situation, but in a better form after a break of some sort or a change or something like that. Or it could be a completely different situation altogether. I feel like where you're at, there is a lot of conflict, there's a lot of competition. Maybe you're having to compete against other people, or like just fight for, you know, for what you want here. Like it's constantly a struggle in some way. There could also be disagreements when it comes to this, maybe between you and another person or lots of people. But whatever's going on here, you can see I'm feeling like, because the Five of Wands could be conflict, but I'm feeling like this is more competition, because can you see how like they're not actually fighting each other, they're all reaching up to try and grab that fire. So it could be, you know, that this is competition in some way. And then with the Knight of Cups here, so the Knight of Cups is someone coming in here to offer you something. Now, this thing could very well be something romantic, like a proposal. It could be like an offer of love of some sort. So it could be like, I want to take you on a date, or, you know, let me spoil you, like someone who wants to sweep you off your feet. And that's someone coming in here. Like it's like a knight on a white horse type of thing, like knight in shining armor. That's the type of vibe that it is. But if it's not got to do with love, there definitely is still an offer that's being presented to you that you are going to want to explore. Maybe you're feeling conflicted of whether or not you should do this, because it's like a big change and the universe is directing you in this way type of thing, but you're conflicted because you're like, oh, I don't know if I should leave what I've like worked so hard towards. Okay, so that's things that are happening in the background and 5D and all of that stuff. What's happening next week is that you're going to be focused on the Page of Cups here. You're going to be in this kind of daydreamer type of state, Pisces energy here, but very much thinking about, like, we have almost all of the court cards in the cups, actually, now that I realize. And the one that's missing is the King of Cups. So you could be needing to focus on some sort of like emotional maturity this week, about getting to a place where you can be open emotionally, but not let things affect you in some way if something happens that you don't actually like. But with the Page of Cups, this is about you like believing in whatever it is that you want to believe in. Basically, you're in this daydreaming state. It could be a state of illusions, and the reason I say that is because with Truth Be Told, electric eel spirit and the full moon in Capricorn, it all says that you may need to face the truth of a situation or see the truth of a situation and let go of any sort of like, I don't know, wishful thinking and that type of thing. But we'll see what's going on here. Okay, so we have the Magician. So there is something that you have been manifesting in. Now, if you don't believe in manifestation, which if you watch tarot, you probably do, but if you don't believe in manifestation, it is just about you really wanting something. And either way, you have the power to bring this in, to make this happen. But it's like you are feeling like you don't have the power. It's kind of like, do you know what I think it is? Is that you can very easily be the King of Cups, this emotionally stable person, this person who's kind, who's loyal, who's loving, who's devoted, who's all of that stuff, and you are those things, but you feel like you're lacking something, but you're actually not. You have the power to bring in whatever you want, or to take action towards whatever it is that you want. Then we have the Queen of Cups. So this could be someone that's either on your mind. Excuse me, Taurus. I'm a bit sick again. So it could be someone that's on your mind, that's maybe someone that you're daydreaming about, someone who is also very kind and loyal, and you would probably see them as your divine partner, because like I was saying, the thing that's missing is the King of Cups. I do feel like that's what you're aiming towards, but you're coming across as the Page of Cups or the Knight of Cups right now, maybe. And it's not gender specific. Like, you could be, you know, the page in this situation, and still be a female, or you know, whatever. So the Queen of Cups is about, this is maybe someone in your life that you are daydreaming about, someone that's maybe very kind and loyal and loving and giving and compassionate and all of those nice things, just like the King of Cups, but they're maybe holding that back from you fully right now, from giving that to you fully. And that's maybe putting you in this position where you're wondering about it. If this has got to do with a work situation, there is someone within your, within your close-knit circle, that is this person, this Queen of Cups, who is usually very giving, but they are holding back in some way, maybe holding back on helping you out, or, showing you the way, or something like that, whatever it is. We have the Hierophant. So there's definitely some form of commitment that's on your mind, or doing things in a traditional way. So it could be that you want to, if this has got to do with the love reading, you are wanting some form of commitment. This is what you're daydreaming about, but you're not sure like how to get there in some way. I do feel like you do need some sort of like, spiritual teachings for yourself, or you just need to go within and connect to your own higher self or spirit, or whatever it is that you believe in, to be able to get the answers in some way. But there definitely is a form of commitment here that's on your mind. And then we have the Chariot, which is Cancerian energy. So this could be read in one of two ways. It's either moving on from someone or a situation in your life and leaving something behind, that Death card, but also going towards something that could be better, like you're overcoming obstacles. You are going to be successful, but you're having to leave something behind first, right? So that could be read as that way. Otherwise, it could be read that you guys are moving on from some sort of issue in the past, and now you're overcoming the obstacles and being successful. We'll get clarifiers on it. And this is also your outcome here. So we have then the Ace of Cups. So in your 3D world next week, we do have some sort of opportunity that's being offered here to you that you're wanting to go ahead with. It's something that's close to your heart. It's maybe a cup of love, like someone who's offering you their love right now. Or their compassion, or their kindness, or something to do with that. It could also be a new opportunity coming your way where you'll have to be a bit creative about it, or it's a lot more creative than what you're used to, but you're wanting this. Then we have the Sun, and the Sun here is Leo energy. The Sun is in your emotions, in your relationships, in your connections. So you are going to be having a lot of communication with people next week. You're going to be feeling extremely happy and positive and wanting to move the situation forward in some way. Like you're just very extremely happy, like enjoying the moment with everyone around you at the moment, and just within yourself. Things could also be, you could be getting clarity on situations as well, like bringing light to a situation, and that could what's bringing you this happiness or this positivity. And maybe the clarity that's coming in is because you're speaking your truth in some way. Like you do need to say exactly what it is that, like, I feel like there's a conversation that needs to be had here where you need to speak up in some way and say exactly like what's on your mind. Don't hold anything back. Obviously, don't be rude. Like, be kind and compassionate when you do this, with all these cups energy, but also just speaking the truth. Maybe spitting out the facts with that King of Swords, which we'll get to next. 10 of Pentacles. So this is in your thoughts, your ideals, all of that stuff. Again, we have the possibility of commitment here. Stability in some way. Building something for the future. Like having had built something previously that now is like coming to, like the investment is coming in now. Your returns are coming in. So it could be financial, or it could be just effort that you've put in and time and that type of thing that is now coming into play here. It could be just, you know, a good time, abundance and prosperity for you and your family at this time as well. Otherwise, just commitment. Very well could be marriage that's on your mind, because we have the Hierophant here and the Ten of Pentacles. So then we have the King of Swords. King of Swords here is about how it's your goals, and it is your, you know, your passions, your desires, all of those things that you're wanting to do. So there is definitely some sort of truth that you want to speak. You want to be mature about the situation and say what's on your mind, and spit out the facts. Like I said, like, this is the facts, and try and like leave the emotion out of it is what you're trying to do. So that is something that you could do, but keep in mind that the king sometimes comes across as cold. So if you are speaking your truth to someone and you are speaking about the facts and leaving the emotion out of it, if this has got to do with a personal situation, you might want to show just a little bit of emotion, not like emotional, like to the point where you know, can't control your emotions, but maybe even just speak about your emotions instead of feeling your emotions, if you know what I mean. It is about just, you know, being logical about the situation and analytical, and just speaking the truth, and giving clarity on a situation. If that has got to do with like work or business or anything, maybe it could be that you're like leveling up in some way, where you're dealing with someone like a boss or something like that, someone who's higher than you, and this person is like very good at their job, because they're like, okay, these are the facts and this is what needs to happen, and they're very clear and good communicators and that type of thing. But it's like they can come across as cold again. So you take what resonates there. So let's get some clarifiers. So for Taurus, what does Taurus need to know? So firstly, what's death, rebirth, and the Five of Wands? Page of Wands in the reverse. I feel like there's some sort of immaturity here. Maybe there's a new path that's kind of being blocked, and the blockage is being caused by yourself. You are trying to make a decision, but you feel like you don't know which way you should go. It's a crossroads. It's possibly you and another person being in a stalemate here, because no one wants to kind of be the first to make that move, or to be the one to start that conversation, or whatever it is. But this is about also you needing to meditate and go within to try and let go of any sort of limiting beliefs, because I feel like you're stopping yourself here from this change, because maybe you're scared of the change, or of any change in general. So you'd rather stay in this place where you're at now, because it's familiar, rather than going towards something that's actually much better. So, excuse me, Taurus, what is the Page of Cups? Okay, we have the Three of Wands. So you are in this state of, you know, dreaming and wishing and all of that stuff, and that's a state it's a good state to be in. But you are needing to be patient with the situation, and you're needing to actually plan something. So it's about planning what you need to do to bring those dreams. Maybe this is what's coming in here, is that you need to plan what you need to do to bring these dreams into reality, so that these ideas can actually take form, and then you can do things in that traditional way. You can follow your values in some way, or your beliefs. Possibly, like I said, it could be in relation to commitment here, that you're wanting, if this is about a relationship, you're wanting commitment, you're dreaming about this, you're thinking about it, you're hoping for it, like it's being offered to you, but you're stopping yourself in some way because of some sort of level of immaturity. And I'm sorry, I'm not saying that in like a bad way, that's just what the cards are saying, is that there's a level of possibly just pettiness that's like coming here from, maybe you've dealt with people in the past who have like messed you around. But this is about like you wanting to make plans towards commitment here. But if it's got to do with if it has to do with like work or business or that type of thing. It's the same message. It's just about the commitment that you're looking for is got to do with, you know, with work, or maybe something more stable when it comes to that. So what's the Ace of Cups? Judgment. There's that epiphany that you have. So I feel like you're going to be the one actually who's going to offer your cup of love to someone else. It's either that you're going to offer your cup of love to someone else, or to someone in your life that's like on your mind type of thing, because you've had this wake up call and this realization that that's what you want and that's the truth that you want to speak. Or it is about you getting to a point where you have this realization after this is being offered to you. Now you're like, okay, I now see what needs to happen here. I now need to take this route. We do have the Knight of Wands in the shadows. So it is about now taking action, moving forward in some way. There's a lot of movement here. It could have to do with travel as well. But we have the Knight of Cups, which is about movement, although not too fast, but it's it's movement nonetheless. The Chariot is very fast, quick moving, you know. And then the Three of Wands here could also be about movement. We've got the Knight of Wands in the shadows here, could be about travel, you know. So the Knight of Wands, like I was saying, it's just moving towards something that you're very excited about, you're passionate about, you want to go towards this and you want to take the action towards it. It's exciting. So I feel like you're going to have some sort of wake-up call when it comes to that. So what is the Sun? The Nine of Pentacles. So you're happy at the moment because you've put a lot of work and effort into something, into getting to where you are. And now it's finally time that you can actually enjoy where you're at. You're independent emotionally, you're independent, you know, financially, and you're just enjoying the moment. You're enjoying yourself, you're enjoying your independence here. We also have the Magician. So this is also, you know, maybe what you've been manifesting in is that you've been or trying to take action towards, or thinking about taking action towards. So it has got something to do with your independence here, and that's bringing in some sort of happiness, possibly even financial stability here for you. Ten of Pentacles. There's the King of Swords. So there is definitely a truth that needs to be communicated here. You need to bring clarity into a situation that had a lot of confusion in the past. Maybe you felt like you had a lot of options or too much to choose from, or you felt like they did and they made you feel like an option, and that's the truth that you need to speak here. But there is definitely something that needs to be, there's definitely communication that needs to happen to bring in some sort of clarity. Okay, so what is the King of Swords? The World. Yeah, so this communication or this truth that you speak is going to close out one cycle, right? And the cycle that's closing out, that chapter is now closing, and now you can actually move forward to a new beginning. You can take a leap of faith. You can travel, possibly. The world could also be travel, so maybe there is definitely travel, or just leaving some sort of cycle in the past and moving on to something new. Whether that is, if that's a relationship, you take what resonates there. So if you're in separation, for example, it could be ending the separation and moving on to a new beginning with the person. But it could also mean, you know, that this is like you're leaving this person behind and you're like moving forward in some way. So you just got to take what resonates for your situation. But there's definitely a new beginning coming in now after this communication and this truth. Because of the world being there, it's ending that cycle. The Chariot. So we have the King of Pentacles. And we have the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So there's definitely, you want to move towards some sort of like financial stability, to a place where you want to maybe start your own business, or just be, you know, someone who doesn't have to worry about money. Like it's not like, you know, you've worked hard and you just need to keep your position of where you've gotten to. It is also about, you know, wanting possibly commitment in the situation, moving forward and overcoming obstacles to a place where you can have something that's more stable in your life when it comes to like romantic relationships, like commitment, or something that you can trust, someone you can rely on, or you want to be that person that someone else could rely on, or whatever that is. And again, that's coming after this clarity, after this truth that's spoken. So I feel like that is like the major messages here are basically, in short, you or someone in your life is going to have some sort of realization, a wake-up call, either due to someone telling the truth in the situation, or you telling your truth, or communicating what you need out of the situation, or them communicating that. And this truth is basically now letting go of any sort of illusions when it comes to the situation. You guys are now both on the same path. You all not on the same path, but you're both on the same page with something, and you're like, okay, cool. Now let's figure out which path are we going to take. The full moon in Capricorn, then like, you know, maybe a work situation or something in your life needs to end. And that's good, because that's going to be clearing the way for either a completely new path here with someone new, or a new path with your business or your career, or that type of thing. But it is basically bringing something to a close that's been very difficult here. And it's all coming from this communication for sure. So I feel like the biggest thing is that this communication needs to happen. So let's see. Let's do your love reading for Taurus. Oh, sorry. These cards are so slippery. They're always flying all over the place. Okay. So for Taurus, what do we need to know about Taurus's love life? Okay, 2 cards came out there. We have Twin Flames, which says mirroring, shared feelings, and reflection. And then we have Healing, releasing, purifying, and cleansing. Okay, bottom of the deck for those 2, we have Shocking, trouble, turmoil, and unexpected. So I feel like if this has got to do with a reading about love, there's definitely like some sort of soul connection between the 2 of you. You guys are mirroring each other. Like I said, with that 2 of Swords, there was a 2 of Swords in the shadows here. And there could be some sort of stalemate, because no one's wanting to make that first move. No one's wanting to speak that truth first, because they're scared, you know, that the other one doesn't feel the same. You guys are just mirroring each other. But there are shared feelings here between the 2 of you, and I feel like once you actually have that truth, it's going to be extremely shocking. You guys are going to be like, oh my god, like, we are on the same page. We do know what the other one wants, or now, and now that's going to bring in something that is going to be very healing for you and the person with you. So you're releasing sort of like negative energy, toxicity, any like issues from the past. You're releasing all of that, and you're kind of like purifying this and cleansing this, whether that is healing on and moving on alone, or whether that's moving on to a commitment here, which I do feel like it would be a commitment. Whatever it is, it's going to shock you. So what else for Taurus? What does Taurus need to know? Depth, awareness, importance, and value. So that's what's coming in for you. Which is something, like I said, Scorpio, I think I said to you that there's nothing surface level when it comes to Scorpio. So you guys, after this conversation, are going to realize the importance of what has like transpired between the 2 of you, the importance of who you are to each other. And then we have in the shadows loyalty, trusting, reliability, and believing. So you do have like someone who is going to be loyal to you. And you can trust them. So let's see. I want to get some romance angels for my Tauruses. Okay, so for Taurus with their love life, what do they need to know? We have healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So there definitely could be some sort of like mother or father wounds. Maybe the mother held back their love in some way. Maybe the father was always just like, you know, speaking about this is the truth and this is logical and this is what you need to do, you know. But maybe there's something that you need to forgive your parents for, to be able to move past. We have give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. And what else? Okay. Sex spirits, like I've told you everything. Just need one more, please. There we go. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So stop trying to control the situation. And then we have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life right now. So let that unfold naturally and let divine timing take its course, or like what's meant to be is happening here. Stop avoiding it, I feel like, is what I want to say. Stop avoiding telling that truth or having that conversation. Okay, so for Taurus, what do we need to know? So I hide behind material things. That's what your person's saying at the moment. They could be materialistic in general, because we did see a lot of like pentacles and that type of thing. But it could also just be that like they're just in a position in their life right now where they're like, you know, looking at that. And then I want to feel that way again. And that's with give your relationship a chance. So, and just being near you is intoxicating. That's very sweet, but also a little bit scary. Not scary, but you know, like sometimes that's like codependency in some way, but it's also like just being near you, like it's just because you guys are twin flames, which it could very well be, or you know, twin flames are very rare, even if it's just a very strong soulmate here. When you are next to that person, it's like those flames, like, you know, when you sit next to a fire and it like warms you, but you get too close and you could get burned. Like that's the type of energy that I'm feeling from that. Just being near you is intoxicating. So that is all I have for you, Taurus. I hope it resonated. If it did, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And I will see you guys again next week. Take care.